Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube station. Hope everyone's doing well on this Wednesday evening. And we're going to continue our Mark the Bird Fidrych replay, retro replay 1976. The bird is the word, start number 3. And remember, Mark the Bird Fidrych in 1976 went 19 wins, 9 losses, 2.34 earned run average, won the Rookie of the Year, and I believe finished second in the Cy Young Award, and was an All-Star. In this retro replay, he is 1-1, which is dead on with his actual record, though the wins came in reverse, and I suggest you check them out. They were quite good games, especially yesterday's game. He'll be taking on Jim Slaton of the Milwaukee Brewers, who's 5-4 in the retro replay. So let's get to the lineups and get started. And in the chat, we have a good friend of the channel, Stratomatic Delaware. That's Chris from Stratomatic Delaware. Check out his channel, absolutely wonderful card and dice channel. Baseball, football. He's just picked up Dice Nuts games, and he'll have a more of a variety. I believe hockey and basketball and golf. And so check that out. And he is doing a Joe Niekro retro replay, which is absolutely fabulous. And he's using Stratomatic card and dice. So check out Stratomatic Delaware with Chris. And hope your mom's doing well, Chris. All right, let's get to the lineups here. For the Milwaukee Brewers, leading off, playing shortstop, Robin Yount. Batting second, playing third base, Don Money. Doing the catching and batting third, Daryl Porter. The designated hitter, Hank Aaron, in my opinion, the true home run king. Playing first, former Red Sox, George the Boomer Scott. And he's batting fifth. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Bill Sharp. Batting seventh, the left fielder, Charlie Moore. Batting eighth, the center fielder, Gorman Thomas. And batting ninth, the second baseman, vote for Pedro Garcia. Now for the Detroit Tigers, leading off, Ron LaFleur in center field. Batting second, holy cow, they've moved Tom Verizor up. Oh boy, he was batting way down in the batting order before. These are as-played lineups, mind you. So Tom Verizor batting second, playing short. Rusty Staub, La Grande à l'Orange, batting third, playing right field. The designated hitter, Willie Horton. Batting fifth, the left fielder, Alex Johnson. Batting sixth, the first baseman, Jason Thompson. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Aurelio Rodriguez. Batting eighth, Mark the Bird Fidrych's personal catcher, Bruce Kim. And batting ninth, the second baseman, Gary Sunderland. As I stated, Jim Slaton 5-4 with an earned run average 2.68. Mark the Bird Fidrych 1-1, 2.55. Milwaukee 12 wins, 23 losses. They're actually worse than the Tigers. Detroit 17 wins and 22 losses. Let's see what PureSim Baseball predicts. A 6-2 victory is the prediction from PureSim Baseball, but they've been wrong the first 2 games. Actually, wrong 1 out of 2. So let's go to the game now. And let's click Manage the Game. So the weather at Tigers Stadium, 60 degrees, wind out to left field at 9 miles per hour. Manager for Milwaukee, Alex Grammas. For Detroit, Ralph Houck, who managed the Yankees to a few World Championships.
And the home of the
Excellent, Chris. Glad to hear that your mom's doing great. Love to hear that. And thank you for stopping by and poking your head in the chat. Greatly appreciate that. Remember to check out Stratomatic Delaware and Chris. All right, so leading off, Robin Yount for the Brewers, batting .258, no home runs, 4 RBIs. To face Mark the Bird Fidrych here at Tigers Stadium. Fidrych very animated as he came bounding out of the dugout onto the mound. Manicured the mound to his liking, finished his warm-up tosses, and he's ready to go. Behind the plate, Bruce Kim. So Kim flashed the signs. Here is the pitch to Robin Yount, and we are on our way here. 2-0 count. Yount swings. Grounder to Rodriguez. Over to Thompson. 1 away. 1 up, 1 down for the Bird. And here comes Don Money, Milwaukee third baseman, .241, 5 home runs, 15 RBIs. Solid contact hitter, 8 out of 10. Above average power, and 7 out of 10 eye. The windup. And the pitch by Mark Fidrych. 1-1 count. Money swings. And that goes out to deep right center field. And chasing it down is Ron LaFleur. Nice running catch by Mr. LaFleur. So 2 up, 2 down. And here comes the Milwaukee catcher, Darrell Porter. 192, 1 home run, 9 runs batted in. Pretty much an average hitter with a very good eye. Fidrych rubbing up that baseball, walking around the mound, talking to that baseball, looking for that 1-2-3 inning, telling the baseball where he wants it to go. Fidrych up on his nest. He toes the rubber, looks in at Porter. Here's the pitch to Darrell. 2 outs, no one on. 3-1 count. Porter singles. Line drive drops in front of Rusty Staub as he played it on a hop to right field. So a 2-out single for Darrell Porter, 4 out of 10 base running ability, and he'll be held on by Thompson at first. And here comes Hammerin' Hank Aaron, .291 batting average, 4 home runs and 14 runs driven in. Fidrych looks to first base. Now in at Kim. He sets and delivers to Aaron. 2 outs. 1 on. 3-1 count to Hammerin' Hank. And Fidrych walks Aaron. Pitched very carefully to him. And here we have runners at first and second. Now here comes George the Boomer Scott, the former Red Sox, batting .274, 2 home runs, 10 runs driven in. Scott, 8 out of 10 contact, 7 out of 10 power, 6 out of 10 eye. Fidrych in a bit of a pickle here. Kim goes out to have a quick word with the youngster. Now back behind the plate. Fidrych peers in at Kim. Nods his head. The windup. And here's the pitch from the Big Bird. Scott, 321 runners in scoring position, 0-2 count. And Scott goes down swinging on the breaking pitch. Way out in front. Fidrych comes bounding off the mound back to the dugout. We go to the bottom of the first, no score. 2 up for Detroit. LaFleur, Verizon, and La Grande, All-Orange, Rusty Staub. In the chat, we have Higher Ground Gaming. He says, hi, Al. And I'll be right back after Mr. Brody's walk. I'll bring the popcorn. Good to hear that, Eric. Remember to check out Eric, Mr. Brody, and Miss Mags on Higher Ground Gaming, another wonderful retro sports channel, part of this fine community that we all have. And I shall be back because we have phone delay. And we are back from phone delay. Gotta always love phone delay. Alright. We have Max Cornelius in the chat. If he's still there, thank you for coming. Well, that's gonna be a lot of dead air, huh? Not gonna be many rewatches on this. Alrighty, bottom of the first, no score. Leading it off, Ron LaFleur. Detroit center fielder, 288. No home runs, 10 runs batted in. On the mound, Jim Slaton. Behind the plate, Darryl Porter. Slaton gets the sign from Porter. Here's the pitch to LaFleur. 1-0 count. LaFleur swings, and that ball goes out to right center field, and Sharp makes the catch. Out number 1. Was it Sharp? Yes, it was. Here comes, for some odd reason, Tom Verizor, who's batting second. What a horrible... What was Ralph Houck on drugs? Tom Verizor, 178. This is in the retro replay. He wasn't a tremendous hitter anyway. Batting second, 178, no home runs, 11 RBIs. Well, this is an automatic out. Slaton gets the sign, nods his head. Here's the pitch to Verizor. 1 away, no one on. 1-1 count. Verizor swings. And he doubles off the wall in deep right. Tom Verizor makes me choke on my words. I'm doing okay, Max Cornelius. Thank you for asking. I'm glad you're doing well. So Verizor is in scoring position, 1 away, and here comes La Grande a l'Orange, Rusty Staub. Left-handed batter, the right fielder for Detroit, 361, 5 round trippers, 28 runs driven in. RBI opportunity for Staub. Porter sets the target. Here's the pitch to Staub. Staub, 5-12 with runners in scoring position. Wild pitch! The ball gets by Porter, and racing to third base is Verizor. So now he's 90 feet away for Rusty Staub. La Grande a l'Orange licking his chops. Slaton gets the ball back. He's upset with himself. Looks in at Porter. Nods his head. He sets and delivers. 2-0 count. Staub swings. That's a high pop-up. And Slaton makes the pop-up catch himself. Another rarity in baseball. Usually, someone will call off the pitcher. As Clinton Parks has jumped in the chat, and he says, "Isn't hindsight 20/20? What Verizor could do was bunt. Good sacrifice, man." Yes, and Clinton was with us yesterday, and that's just what we did to get an extra run late in the game. That was very important. But he ended up making me eat my words, Clinton. He doubled. So now 2 outs as Staub pops up. Verizor's at third, so it's up to Willie Horton to knock in Verizor. Horton batting .261, 3 home runs, 21 runs driven in. He's ready to grip and rip. 7 out of 10 power. Very good eye. Porter sets the target. Here's the pitch to Horton. 351 with runners in scoring position. 2-2 count. Horton grounds the money, who throws to Scott. Side retired. Threat averted. We go to the top of the second. No score. Due up for the Brewers. Sharp, Moore, and Thomas. Back to the chat. As Clinton Park says, "I think regarding the pop-up, not back then, pitchers needed to field, remember?" Yes, Jim Cott was a Gold Glove fielder, absolutely. What do you get? What do you have, 16 or 18 Gold Gloves on the pitcher's mound? And stepping to the plate is Bill Sharp, batting .214, no home runs, 5 RBIs, left-handed batter to face Mark the Bird Fidrych, who's back up on his nest. Fidrych looks in at the baseball. Points where he wants it to go. Kim sets the target. Here's the pitch to Sharp. 2-0 count. Sharp swings. And that ball goes out to Johnson. Goes back a bit, and he makes the catch in left field. 1 down. Here comes Charlie Moore. 137, 2 home runs, 5 driven in for the right-handed batter. Brewers left fielder. Excellent eye, 9 out of 10. Charlie Moore can also catch. Very smart player. Fidrych gets a sign from Kim. Here's the pitch to Moore. Moore swings at the first pitch. And it goes to Thompson. And he goes to the bag himself. So 2 up, 2 down in the dangerous. Gorman Thomas steps to the plate. Thomas, the Brewers center fielder, 246, 1 home run, 3 driven in, 7 out of 10 power, 8 out of 10 eye. 5 out of 10 contact though. Fidrych looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Rubs up the baseball, puts his glove back on his hand, ball in his mitt, takes a deep breath. He's ready to work. Here's the pitch to Thomas. 2 outs, no one on. Top of the second. Thomas swings at the first pitch, and that is a pop-up to Verizor at short. 1-2-3, go the Brewers. We go to the bottom of the second, still scoreless. 2 up for the Tigers. Alex Johnson, Jason Thompson, and Aurelio Rodriguez. Face Jim Slaton. Johnson, 295. 1 home run, 19 runs driven in. Slaton rocks and fires. 0-1 count. Johnson swings. Grounder to Money. Over to Scott. 1 away. Here comes the power hitting first baseman, Jason Thompson. Thompson batting .231, 2 home runs, 7 runs driven in. In the last Fidrych start, Thompson hit a home run, as Horton and Thompson went back to back. Left-handed power hitter. Porter sets the target. Here's the pitch to Thompson. 1-1 count. Thompson swings, and he sends that ball back up the middle for a 1-out single. Scott will hold Thompson on. Thompson 4 out of 10 base runner. And here comes Aurelio Rodriguez. 287, 3 home runs, 19 runs driven in. Rodriguez, 6 out of 10 contact, 6 out of 10 power. Very poor eye, though. He will chase out of the strike zone. Slaton looks to first. Now in at Porter. Here's the pitch to Rodriguez. Brewers want to turn 2 up the middle. 3-1 count. Rodriguez swings, and he flies out to Moore in left. Going back to first is Thompson. Just missed that fastball. So 2 outs. Runner at first. Here comes Bruce Kim. Kim batting .156, 1 home run, 2 runs driven in. Mark Fidrych's personal catcher. Righty-righty matchup. Thomas will be off on contact with 2 outs. Here's the pitch by Slaton. Kim swings at the first pitch. Grounds it to Money, who goes the short way to Garcia. Side retired. Force out at second. We go to the top of the third. Still scoreless here in Detroit. 2 up for the Brewers. Garcia, Yount, and Money. Tribes fan in the chat. He says, hello, Al. Another successful start for Rick Porcello. In the 2016 replay, he's 6-1 now. Excellent. Tribes fan is doing a retro replay of 2016 starts for Rick Porcello and Kluber. So Mark the Bird Fidrych comes back out to the mound, or as we like to call it, his bird's nest, and he'll face Pedro Garcia. Average contact hitter, average power, below average eye. See see if we can get Garcia to chase. Kim sets the target. Here's the pitch by the bird. 2-2 count. Garcia swings, and he lines out to Alex Johnson in left. Hit the ball hard, but right at Johnson. Here comes Robin Yount. Yount is 0 for 1 today. See if they can get Yount to chase. Fidrych nods his head. Here's the pitch to Yount. 0-1 count. Yount swings. Grounder to Thompson. He waves off Fidrych and steps on the bag himself. So Fidrych continues to keep these Brewers hitters off balance. 2 outs, no one on. And here comes Don Money. He's 0 for 1 today. Money has a very good eye. Fidrych takes a deep breath. Bends over. The windup and the pitch to Money. 0-1 count. Money swings. And that is going to be a line drive. Staub cannot get to it. So that's a single down the right field line. Staub does cut it off to hold Money to a single. So a 2-out single. And here comes Gerald Porter. Brewers catcher's 1 for 1 today. Fidrych looks to Thomas. Thompson holding Money on at first. Now in at the catcher. Here's the pitch to Darryl Porter. 1-1 count. Porter swings. Grounds it to second. Over to first. Sutherland to Thompson. Side retired. We go to the bottom of the third. Still scoreless. 2 up for the Tigers. Sutherland. Then the top of the order. LaFleur and Tom Verizon. So here comes Sutherland. Sutherland 295, no home runs, 11 RBIs. 5 out of 10 contact. 2 out of 10 power, 5 out of 10 eye. Slaton's thrown 38 pitches so far for the Brewers. He's ready to work. Here's the pitch to Sutherland. 0-1 count. Sutherland swings, sends that ball out to left center field, racing back and making a wonderful catch. The left fielder, Charlie Moore, covered a lot of ground there on that deep fly ball. So 1 down, top of the order, Ron LaFleur. LaFleur's 0 for 1 today. He digs in. Porter sets the target. Here's a pitch by Slaton. 1-0 count. LaFleur swings, grounds it to Money, who throws over to Scott. 2 up, 2 down for the Tigers. And here comes Tom Verizon, who I questioned why he was batting second, and he promptly doubled. Was stranded at third in the first inning. He's 1 for 1. Slaton works quickly. Here's the pitch to Verizon. 0-2 count. Verizon sends a little looper out in the front of Sharp and right, and it drops in. Verizon's 2 for 2. And here comes LaGrande a la Ron Rusty Staub. Squandered an RBI opportunity in the first. He's 0 for 1. Verizon being held on by Scott. 3 out of 10 base running ability. Porter flashes the signs. Slaton nods his head. Here's the pitch to LaGrande a la Range. 0-2 count on Staub. And he strikes out. Off-speed pitch fooled him. He didn't pull the trigger. We go to the top of the fourth. Still scoreless here at Tiger Stadium. 2 up for Milwaukee. Hank Aaron, George the Boomer Scott, and Bill Sharp. Here comes Hammer and Hank Aaron. He walked his first time up. Fidrych pitched very carefully to Hammer and Hank. Fidrych looks in at Kim. The big windup, a floppy hair, and here's the pitch to Aaron. 3-1 count. Grounder to Rodriguez, over to Thompson, 1 down. Tigers fans applauding this effort that Mark the Bird Fidrych has put forth here against the Brewers tonight. And here comes the former Red Sox George the Boomer Scott. 0 for 1, he struck out his first time. Fidrych walks behind the mound, talking to the baseball, facing the outfield. Now back up on the bird's nest, toes the rubber, gets the sign from Kim. Here's the pitch to Scott. 1-2 count. Scott grounds it past the dive of Verizon, the shortstop, into center field. A 1-out single for the Boomer. Scott's at first, 3 out of 10 base running ability. Thompson holding him on. Tigers looking to turn 2, pitching the middle with Verizon and Sutherland. And here comes Mr. Sharp, Bill Sharp, 0 for 1 today. Gonna go with the pitch around, see if we get Sharp to beat one into the ground in turn 2. Fidrych is ready. Here's the pitch to Sharp. 2-2 count. Sharp swings. Grounder to Verizon, but his only play is to first as the hit and run was on. Scott goes to second. So with 2 outs, George the Boomer Scott is in scoring position. And here comes Charlie Moore, the left fielder. What a fine running catch he made in the prior inning in left center. RBI opportunity for Moore. He's 0 for 1 today. Excellent eye. Not fooling him on many pitches. Kim pounds the catcher's mitt. Sets the target. Fidrych is ready. Here's the pitch to Moore. 2 outs, runner at second. Moore 0-74, runners in scoring position, 2-2 count, and he grounds one past Rodriguez into left field. And Scott scores as he was off on contact. The Brewers take a 1-0 lead, as Rodriguez just could not get to that ball. Fidrych a little disappointed with himself. You can see the anguish on his face. He didn't like where that location was, where he put that pitch. Looks over to Rodriguez and says, my fault. So Moore is at first, 2 outs, and here comes the dangerous power-hitting center fielder Gorman Thomas. He's 0 for 1 today. Fidrych looks to first, takes a deep breath. He sets and delivers to Thomas. 2-2 count. Thomas swings and misses. Breaking pitch, fooled badly. Fidrych comes off the mound. We go to the bottom of the 4th, 1-0 Brewers, due up for the Tigers. Willie Horton, Alex Johnson, and Jason Thompson. Here comes Willie Horton. He's 0 for 1 today. On the season, Horton has 3 home runs, 21 runs driven in. 7 out of 10 power, 8 out of 10 eye. Slaton's ready. Here's the pitch to Horton. 1-1 pitch. Horton swings, and he doubles down the left field line. So a leadoff double by Willie Horton, tying run in scoring position with no outs. And here comes Alex Johnson. Johnson's 0 for 1 today. On the season, Johnson 1 home run, 19 runs driven in. Looking for a pitch he can drive. Porter sets the target. Here's the pitch to Johnson. 1-2 count. Johnson swings, grounder to Money, looks the runner back at second, throws to Scott for out number 1. So Johnson was then able to advance Horton to third. So with 1 out, here comes Jason Thompson. He's 1 for 1 today. 7 out of 10 power. Horton not the speediest runner at second. Here's the pitch to Thompson. 0 0-2 count. Thompson goes down on strikes. Missed the fastball. Chased out of the zone. So with 2 outs, it'll be up to Aurelio Rodriguez. Tigers don't want to squander this leadoff double by Horton, but they're 1 out away from doing so. Rodriguez 0 for 1 today. On the season, 3 home runs, 19 runs driven in to go with his .285 batting average. Slaton toes the rubber, looks in at Porter, nods his head. Here's the pitch to Rodriguez. Horton will be off on contact with 2 outs. 349 for Rodriguez, runners in scoring position, 0-2 count, and Rodriguez strikes out. Breaking pitch, missed it. So Slaton strikes out the next 2 batters. We go to the top of the 5th. 1-0 Brewers due up for Milwaukee. Garcia, Yount, and Money. That's a tremendous squander. Leadoff double, and the Tigers can't push a run across. And back to join us, Higher Ground Gaming with popcorn. So Mr. Brody had his walk. How'd it go? Hope it went well. Remember to check out Higher Ground Gaming with Eric, Mr. Brody, and Miss Mag's wonderful retro sports channel. So Garcia steps to the plate. He's 0 for 1. The windup and the pitch by the Bird. 1-1 count. Garcia swings, grounds it to second. Sutherland backhands and throws to Thompson for out number 1. And here comes Robin Yount, top of the order. He's 0 for 2 today. Fidrych talking to the baseball. Again, pointing where he wants it to go. Kim sets the target. Here's the pitch to Robin Yount. 1 out, no one on. 1-0 Brewers. 0-1 count. That ball is a pop up to short, and Verizor makes the catch. Fidrych is doing an excellent job of keeping the Brewers batters off balance. He has given up 1 run. So 2 outs, base is empty, and here comes Don Money. Money is 1 for 2 today. Fidrych is ready. Here's the pitch to Money. He swings at the first pitch, and he lines a single to right. So a 2-out single. Fidrych will not get a 1-2-3 inning here. Thompson holding Money on at first. Darrell Porter comes to the plate. Porter 1 for 2 today. Left-handed batter. Fidrych out on that mound. Takes a deep breath. Here's the pitch to Porter. 2-2 count. Porter swings, grounds to Sutherland. Inning over. We go to the bottom of the 5th, 1-0 Brewers due up. Kim, Sutherland, and the top of the order, LaFleur. Here comes Bruce Kim. Kim's 0 for 1 today. Tiger catcher. Slaton has thrown 76 pitches through 4. He's at 80% stamina. He gets the sign from Porter. Here's the pitch to Kim. 1-0 count. Kim swings, and that goes past the backhand of Money into left field. A leadoff single for Kim, 5 out of 10 base running ability. Scott to hold him on at first, and here comes Gary Sutherland. He has 11 RBIs. What's his contact? 5 out of 10. Yeah, no hit and run here. Alrighty. Slaton looks to first. Now in at Porter. Here's the pitch to Sutherland. Sutherland batting .292. 2-2 count. That's a fly ball to center. Thomas camps under it and makes the catch. Out number 1. And we go to the top of the order. Ron LaFleur. LaFleur's 0 for 2 today. He'd like to find a gap. Slaton asks for a new baseball and gets it from the umpire. Porter lobs it out to him. Slaton's ready to work. Here's the pitch to LaFleur. 1 out, runner at first, 1-0 Brewers. LaFleur swings at the first pitch, and he pops up to Garcia at second. So with 2 down, runner at first, here comes Tom Verizor, who's 2 for 2 after I mocked him for batting second. And he has a double today. Kim will be off on contact. Slaton nods his head. Here's the pitch to Verizor. 1-0. Verizor swings, and he doubles the left center field. Kim's off on contact. He has 5 out of 10 speed. Charlie Moore, 7 out of 10 arm. We're going to wave him around. And Kim scores! Detroit ties this game up on the Tom Verizor double. That's his second of the game. He's now 3 for 3. Tom Verizor has channeled his inner Lou Gehrig. And he moves to third on the throw to the plate. So he's 90 feet away from the Tigers taking the lead. And here comes Rusty Staub. La Grande a l'Orange, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Tiger fans are abuzz here at the stadium. Staub's ready to grip and rip. Here's the pitch by Slaton. Staub 500 runners in scoring position. He swings at the first pitch. Going to Garcia. It makes the play over to Scott. Side retired, but Detroit ties it up, and the Tom Verizor double, his 3rd hit of the game. We go to the top of the 6th, 1-1. 2 up for the Brewers. Aaron, Scott, and Sharp. Mark the Bird Fidrych back out on the mound, or as we call it, the bird's nest. 63% stamina still. He's thrown 59 pitches. He'll face Aaron. Aaron's 0 for 1, and he's walked once. 1 swing of the bat for Hammer and Hank could give the Brewers the lead. Fidrych, the big windup, the floppy hair flowing, the pitch to Aaron. 2-2 count. And he goes down on strikes. Fastball. Swing and a miss by Hammer and Hank. Excellent movement on that pitch as it dipped away. 1 down. Here comes George Boomer Scott. 1 for 2 with a strikeout. Fidrych, very animated out on that mound. But his animation is towards himself, not showing up any players, in this announcer's opinion. He's ready to work. Kim sets the target. Here's the pitch to the Boomer. Scott swings at the first pitch. Verizor gobbles it up at short, throws to Thompson at first. 2 up, 2 down. Tigers fans loving this effort by Mark the Bird Fidrych and the Detroit Tigers. 1-1 ball game. Top of the 6th. 2 outs, and here comes Bill Sharp. Sharp, 0 for 2 today. Left-handed batter. See if we get Sharp to beat the ball into the ground. Try to get him to chase. Here's the pitch by the Bird. 3-0 count. And that's a line drive that drops in front of Ron LaFleur in center. So a 2-out single for Sharp. He actually chased ball 4, but he gets the hit. Sharp 4 to 10 base running ability. Thompson to hold him on. And here comes Charlie Moore. Brewers left fielder 1 for 4 with an RBI. Fidrych looks to first. Now in at Kim. He rocks and fires to Moore. And he strikes Moore out. Fastball. Big swing and a miss by Charlie Moore. What movement on that fastball. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 1-1. 2 up for the Tigers. Horton, Johnson, and Thompson. What a pitcher's duel it's been here at Tiger Stadium. Slaton comes back out on the mound for the Milwaukee Brewers. He's thrown 92 pitches. He's at 73% stamina. He'll face Willie Horton, 1 for 2. He has a double. Horton looking for a ball he can drive out at Tiger Stadium. Porter sets the target. Here's the pitch by Slaton. Three-one count. And Horton does not chase as the ball was high and away. Leadoff walk. Horton represents a go-ahead run at first. And here comes Alex Johnson. Johnson 0 for 2 today. It's his bunting ability. 6 out of 10 bunter. Johnson will sacrifice. Here's the pitch by Slaton. Johnson squares the bunt. He puts down a good one. Money comes charging in and throws. The first is only play for the out. Horton advances to second. A very good bunt by Johnson. He gets the job done. And here comes Jason Thompson with an RBI opportunity. 1 for 2 with a strikeout. Horton, again, not the fastest runner at second. Slaton delivers to the left-handed power-hitting first baseman for the Tigers. Thompson batting .261, runners in scoring position, 2-2 count. And Thompson swing and a miss. Missed the high fastball. As Eck would say, went for the high cheese. So 2 outs, Horton at second, and here comes the third baseman, Aurelio Rodriguez, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. 1-1 ball game, bottom of the 6th. Rodriguez steps into the right-hander's batter's box. Slaton sets himself, nods his head. Here's the pitch to Aurelio. Horton will be off on contact. 3:41 for Rodriguez scoring position, 2-2 count, and Rodriguez goes down on strikes. Never got the bat off his shoulder. Breaking ball throws him. We go to the top of the 7th, still knotted at 1 here in Detroit. Due up for the Brewers, Thomas, Garcia, and Yount. Here comes Gorman Thomas, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Mark the Bird Fidrych back out on the mound. 76 pitches. He's at 57% stamina. Fidrych is ready to work. Here's the pitch to Gorman Thomas. Thomas swings at the first pitch, and that's a hard line out to Johnson left. He didn't even have to move. Thomas hit it on the nose, but right at Johnson. 1 down. And here comes Pedro Garcia, 0 for 2. Brewers second baseman, right-handed batter. Fidrych works quickly. Here's the pitch to Garcia. 0-2 count. Grounded to Verizon, over to Thompson. 2 up and 2 down. Again, Fidrych wants that 1-2-3 inning that usually has eluded him. And a tough batter coming up, Robin Yount, even though he's 0 for 3 today. Brewers shortstop looking to get off the schneid. Righty-righty matchup. Fidrych looks in at Kim, takes a deep breath. The windup and the pitch to Yount. 2-2 count. And Yount goes down on strikes, missing the curveball. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Fidrych comes bounding off the mound back to the dugout. Due up for the Tigers. Kim, Sunderland, and LaFleur. High fives all over in that Detroit dugout for Mark the Bird Fidrych. Slaton back out on the mound for the Brewers. 101 pitches. He's still at 66% stamina. They'll face Bruce Kim. The catcher's 1 for 2 today. Here's the pitch to Kim. Kim swings at the first pitch, and it drops in front of Sharp and Garcia as it finds itself a Texas leaguer in no man's land to right. So the leadoff runner is on. Kim 5 out of 10 base runner, and here comes Sutherland. Sutherland 0 for 2 today. Sutherland 4 out of 10 bunter. 5 out of 10 contact. Southern is batting 289. We're going to let him swing away. Slaton looks to first. Now in at Porter. Here's the pitch to Sutherland. Sutherland swings at the first pitch. And that's a lazy fly ball to Moore. Comes in and makes the catch, and we will hold him at first. Why it's asking us to tag up, I don't know, but we're not going to. So we go to the top of the order. Ron LaFleur, he struggled today, 0 for 3. On deck, the incarnation of Babe Ruth. At least in today's game, Tom Verizor, 3 for 3 with 2 doubles and an RBI. LaFleur is ready. 10 out of 10 contact. We're going to play hit and run here. Hit and run's on. Here's the pitch by Slaton, 1-0 count. That's a grounder to Money. His only play is the first for out number 2 as Kim advances to second. Would have been nice if LaFleur could have shot that ball past Money down the line. But the runner moves to second with 2 outs, and here comes Tom Verizor, 3 for 3, 2 doubles and an RBI. Kim will be off on contact, 5 out of 10 base running ability. Slaton looks behind him. Yount bluffs towards second. Slaton now looks to Porter. Nods his head. Here's the pitch to Verizor. Can he go 4 for 4 and put the Tigers ahead? 3-2 count. And Verizor works a walk. And here comes La Grande a la Ronde's rusty stop. He has failed twice already with runners in scoring position. He's 0 for 3 today with a strikeout. Can La Grande a la Ronde break out? Porter goes out to have a word with Slaton. Scott meets him on the mound. Meeting adjourned. Scott back to first, Porter back behind the plate. He squats down, sets the target. Here's the pitch to stop. 2 outs, 2 on, 1-1 ball game. Stop, 488, runners in scoring position. He swings at the first pitch, and he sends that ball out and deep, and chasing it down in the corner, leaping and making the catch is Charlie Moore, robbing Staub of extra bases. And keeping this a tie ball game, we go to the top of the 8th, 1-1, 2 up for the Brewers. Money, Porter, and Hammer and Hank Aaron. What a play by Charlie Moore in left. And back out onto the mound, his bird's nest. Mark the Bird Fidrych, he's up to 88 pitches, 58% stamina. And he'll face Don Money, 2 for 3 today. Money has been a thorn in Fidrych's side. Fidrych looks in at Kim. Here's the pitch to Money. Money looking for his 3rd hit. Swings at the first pitch. And that's a blooper that drops into center field. Verizor and Sutherland gave chase, but it drops in. Well, that's a Texas leader. So the leadoff single by Money has 3 hits on the game, 3 for 4, and here comes Darrell Porter. Brewers catcher 1 for 3. Verizor and Sutherland pinch in the middle looking for 2. Fidrych wants to induce that ground ball to get the double play. Here's the pitch to Porter. And Money steals second. He got a great jump, and he steals second. Kim's throw is late. Got a great jump off Fidrych. He's in scoring position now with no outs. That was a strike call to Darrell Porter. So the Brewers have an opportunity here to take the lead. Fidrych looks towards second. Now in at Kim. Here's the pitch to Porter. 1-2. And that's a pop-up in foul territory. And Thompson makes the catch for out number 1. Clutch piece of pitching for the Bird. And here comes Hammer and Hank Aaron. On deck is the Boomer Scott. Aaron batting .284, 4 home runs, 14 RBIs. Scott, 275 with 2 homers and 10 RBIs. Scott's eye 6 out of 10. Do we walk Aaron to set up the possible double play? I think we do. So they'll intentionally walk Hank Aaron with 1 out to set up the double play ball. They will not take a chance with the home run leader. Fidrych up to 110 pitches. Tigers getting the bullpen up. And here comes George the Boomer Scott. Scott's 1 for 3 with a strikeout. Verizor and Sutherland pinch that middle. Again, Fidrych looking to induce the ground ball double play. Kim sets the target. Here's the pitch to George the Boomer Scott. 1 out, 2 on, 1-1 ball game. Scott 3-10, runners in scoring position, 1-1. And that ball is, good God, that ball is crushed to center. George the Boomer Scott just hits a 3-run homer. And the Brewers take a 4-1 lead as pitching around Hank Aaron does not prove to be prudent. As Fidrych just hung his head after he looked back and see that pitch that was crushed. Fastball stayed straight. Not a lot of movement there by the Bird. It's 4-1. Milwaukee. 1 out. Here comes Sharp. Fidrych will stay out on the mound. Here is the pitch. Sharp 1 for 3. 0-1 count. Sharp swings. Grounder to Sutherland over to Thompson for out number 2. So we have 2 outs, top of the 8th, but damage has been done on the George Boomer Scott 3-run blast to center. And now Fidrych faces Charlie Moore. Fidrych takes a deep breath. He rocks and fires. Here's the pitch to Moore. 3-2 count. And he walks Moore. And now Kim goes out to the mound. Fidrych up to 121 pitches. And here comes Gorman Thomas. He's 0 for 3 with a strikeout. This will be Fidrych's last batter. Kim goes back behind the plate. Fidrych looks to first. Here's the pitch to Thomas. 0-2 count. That ball's popped up on the infield. Rodriguez calls for it, makes the catch at third, side, retired. But the Brewers jump out in front of the 3-run blast by the Boomer Scott. They lead 4-1. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Due up for the Tigers, Horton, Johnson, and Thompson. As Eric from Higher Ground Gaming says, Boomer with the boom. It was crushed. And due up here is Willie Horton, 1 for 2 with a double. Slaton still on the mound for the Brewers. He's up to 125 pitches, 66% stamina. He's ready to work. Here's the pitch to Horton. Tigers need base runners. Down by 3. 1-0 count. Horton swings. It's a grounder to Yount over to Scott. Out number 1. Here comes Alex Johnson. Johnson's 0 for 2. He does have a sacrifice bunt though. Slaton looked to stay in a rhythm. Works quickly. Here's the pitch to Johnson. 2-1 count. Johnson swings, and that ball goes up the middle. Johnson says return to sender. 1 out, 1 on. And here comes Jason Thompson, 1 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. 7 out of 10 power. He'd love to drive 1 out, bring the Tigers to within 1. Left-handed batter. Porter flashes the signs. Here's the pitch to Thompson. 3-1 count. And Thompson draws a walk. First and second with 1 out. Tying run comes to the plate, and Aurelio Rodriguez, he's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Kim's on deck. Let's look at our bench here. Scrivener. Can Scrivener play third base? And we don't have a pitcher for him. I don't know why. Oh, he must have been brought up from the minors. We're playing historical lineups and transactions. He can play second and short. He's not horrible at third. Just below average. Alright, do we have Ben Ogilvy available to us? Yes, we do. What is Mr. Ogilvy hitting? 290. Ogilvy's hitting 290. Left-handed batter. Slugging percentage 452. I think we might go with a pinch hitter, Mr. Ogilvy, for Rodriguez. Though Rodriguez is hitting 287. We might save Ogilvy for Kim. Yes, that's what we shall do. So we're going to let Rodriguez hit. 1 out, 2 on. Rodriguez represents a tying run at the plate. Slaton now up to 99 pitches, 57% stamina. RBI opportunity for Aurelio. He's ready to grip and rip. Here's the pitch by Slaton. Tigers trail by 3. Rodriguez, 333 runners in scoring position. He strikes out on the 1-2 count, missing the fastball. So there's 2 outs, and here comes Bruce Kim, and he's being called back to the dugout. We're going to go to Ogilvy now. As Ben Ogilvy, we got to click here. So you click on, when you make a change in PureSim's baseball, you click on the batter, if you want a pinch hitter, and then you click on the player, and you hit apply changes. So here comes Ben Ogilvy to pinch hit. 2 on, 2 outs. Ogilvy represents a tying run at the plate. The Tigers down 4-1 thanks to a 3-run blast by George the Boomer Scott in the top of the 8th for the Brewers. Can Ben Ogilvy return the favor and tie this ball game up? We shall see. Porter has a quick word with Slaton on the mound. Jogs back behind the plate. Squats down, flashes the sign, sets the target. Here's the pitch to Ogilvy. 286 runners in scoring position. 1-1 pitch. Ogilvy swings and sends that ball out to left. Moore is there. He makes the catch. Side is retired. We go to the top of the 9th. 4-1. Brewers due up from Milwaukee. Garcia, Yount, and Money. And Rodriguez should not be playing third anymore. Oh, I pinch hit for the catcher, that's right. So Ogilvy will not catch. Let's go to our lineup here. We will bring in Bill Freehand to catch. Apply changes. Alright, Freehand back behind the plate now. Fidrych up to 106 pitches, and we're going to let him pitch. It's the bottom of the order. Let's see if he can get Garcia. He's gotten him 3 times. Garcia's 0 for 3. Freehand sets the target. Here's the pitch by the Bird. 1-1 count. Garcia swings. Grounds it to Thomas. Thompson, who flips to Fidrych, covering the bag for out number 1. Tremendous enthusiasm still shown by Fidrych, even though he's down by 3. Here comes the top of the order, Robin Yount. He's gotten him 4 times, including a strikeout. Fidrych takes a deep breath out on the bird's nest. Looks in at Freehand. Here's the pitch to Yount. 1 out, no one on. 4-1 Brewers, 3-2 count. And Fidrych walks Yount, and that will be it, folks. As here comes Don Money, and Money's 3 for 4 off the Bird. Let's go to our pitchers. And we're going to go with Jim Crawford. Jim Crawford comes into the game. Crawford, 1 win, no losses. He's pitched 19 2/3 innings in this retro replay, 2.75 earned run average. He's walked 9, struck out 13. 6 out of 10 stamina, 8 out of 10 control, 7 out of 10 velocity. Younts at first, 6 out of 10 base running ability, held on by Thompson. At the plate, Don Money, who's 3 for 4. Crawford looks at first. Now in at Freehand. Freehand sets the target. Here's the pitch to Money. Grounder to Rodriguez, who fires over to Thompson. Hit and run was on. Yount advances to second. Yount is Fidrych's responsibility. So with 2 outs now, here comes Gerald Porter. Brewers catcher, 1 for 4. Crawford gets the ball back. Freehand flash to the signs. The windup and the pitch to Porter. 2 outs, runner at second, top of the ninth. 4-1 Brewers, 1-0 count. Porter swings and flies out to Johnson's side, retired. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Last ditch chance for the Detroit Tigers, trailing by 3-2 up. Sutherland, LaFleur, and Tom Verizon. Jim Slaton still out on the mound. That's not right. 4, unless they're making a pitching change. That says 4 pitches. That 4 pitches, I think, is for Crawford. Alright, so Slaton's still out on the mound. Yeah, that's what that has to be. He'll face Sutherland, who's 0 for 3. Tigers need base runners. Here's the pitch by Slaton. And now pitching for Jim Slaton is Bill Castro. So they've gone to their closer. Castro on the season. 11 innings pitched. See if we can hold that there. 4.09 earned run average, 4 walks, 1 strikeout. I don't know how many. 7 saves. Oh, it's right here. He's blown 2 saves, so Tigers got an opportunity here. He's done with his warm-up toss. Sutherland steps back in the batter's box. The windup and the pitch by Castro. Tigers trailing by 3, 1-0 count. Sutherland swings, grounds it back to Castro, who flips to Scott for out number 1. Castro looking for his 8th save on this retro replay, 1976. Top of the order with 1 out, Ron LaFleur. He's 0 for 4 today. Castro gets the sign from Gerald Porter. Here's the pitch to LaFleur. 3-1 count. Grounder to Yount, over to Scott. 2 up, 2 down. Brewers 1 out away from victory. And an 8th save for Castro. Here it's Tom Verizon, who's 3 for 3, a walk, 2 doubles, and an RBI. Needs to get on to keep the Tigers' hopes alive. The windup and the pitch by Castro. 0-2 count. And Verizon grounds to Garcia, over to Scott. Ball game over. The Tigers lose 4-1. Slaton gets the win. Fidrych gets the loss. Bill Castro gets the save. Let's go to the box score. Before we do the box score, let me go to the chat real quick and thank Max Cornelius. As he says, rally cap time, but thank you for the good thoughts. It just didn't pull it out today. Thank you to Higher Ground Gaming with Eric. Check out his channel, Higher Ground Gaming. And we're back. A little technical difficulties there for a moment. Once again, thank you to Max Cornelius, Eric from Higher Ground Gaming. Check out his channel. Tribes Fan, Clinton Parks, Stratomatic Delaware. Check out Chris at Stratomatic Delaware, another wonderful channel. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for taking time out and spending some time with me. So Mark Fidrych now goes to 1-2. He went 8 1/3 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs, all earned, walked 4, struck out 5, gave up that big 3-run homer in the top of the 8th after we walked Hank Aaron with 1 out and a runner at second to set up a double play possibility. Scott made us pay with a 3-run blast to center. Fidrych threw 134 pitches. His earned run average is now 3.12. Jim Crawford came in to pitch the last 2/3, and he got those outs. The winning pitcher, Jim Slaton, went 8 innings, 8 hits, 1 run. It was earned. Walked 3, struck out 6. Bill Castro got his 8th save with 1 clean inning in the bottom of the 9th. The hitting star for Milwaukee, George the Boomer Scott, his 3rd home run. It was a 3-run blast in the top of the 8th. It gave Milwaukee the lead and the win. So let's check out. If you want, I provide the link on the channel if you want to go to Baseball Reference to Mark Fidrych. I have it up. Let me go there. And let's see what happened in real life. In real life, the Tigers would win this game 5-4 in 11 innings. Fidrych pitched all 11 innings to get the win. Imagine that. So, in the real game, let me find that here. Fidrych went 11 innings, 11 hits, 4 runs. So the 4 runs is accurate. We just didn't score enough runs. Walked 4, struck out 8, and he gave up a home run. Who did he give up the home run to? Let's find that out. That'll be interesting, huh? Don Money. Don Money hit the home run off of him in the 7th. So Slaton went 7 innings in actuality. No decision. Then it went Eduardo Rodriguez, Tom Murphy, and Jerry Augustine blew the save. And Ed Sprague got the loss. Not Ed Sprague, who played for, he was a infielder, if I remember correctly, for the Blue Jays and other teams. This must be his dad. So, interesting. Fidrych did give up 4 runs in both actuality and the retro replay, except the Tigers had more offense, and Fidrych went 11 innings and got the win. So, in actuality, it was 2-1. In the retro replay, he is 1-2. Let me go to the chat before we sign off. Hope everyone enjoyed this. Clinton Parks says Boomer anywhere else but New England is Booma. Max Cornelius, didn't work tonight. No, it didn't. We stranded a few runners, and just out of curiosity, the people still in the chat, are you enjoying this retro replay? Would you like me to continue with it? I mean, I'm going to continue whether online or not. So, just curious. I think it's PureSim baseball is very fun to play. It's free. If you don't want to spend any money on a game, check this game out. It works well. Max Cornelius says, that was a fun game. And Clinton Parks says, please do. And Eric from Higher Ground Gaming says, good stuff. So we shall continue on with it, at least online. And I'm actually going to come back with another game. And I think it's going to be another one of these. Though I might do a little chariot racing. I don't know. So Clinton Parks says, I've got the 2015 Red Sox just got their asses kicked. Are you playing this on PureSim? 10-1 to the Yankees. Oh my God, that's got to be who pitched for the Red Sox, Clinton? Before we call it a stream. Again, I appreciate everyone who stuck with me. We had a little phone delay that went a little long. Had to take that call. So, and an Eric Higher Ground Gaming just posted using Stratomatic Baseball his 1978 replay. So check that out on Higher Ground Gaming. The 1978 Red Sox replay, Stratomatic Baseball. I love them. That's my favorite thing Eric does. He does a lot of good stuff, but the 78 replay is my favorite. Eric says, with Al, it's always a mystery. It is true. I don't know what I'm going to do. That's... Eric says the White House called you, Al. Well, it wasn't the White House. So, I was just going to wait another second to see. Oh, okay, he did post. Clinton Parks, I'm sorry, I missed it. He says, Bat Masterson. That's funny. That's from Bat Masterson was that was an old I know who you mean, but that was, I don't know if you misspelled the first name on purpose. That was an old cowboy show from the 50s and early 60s, I think. As Clinton Parks says to Eric, looking for revenge, Eric. Yes, we are. I'm also doing a 78 replay using Digital Diamond Baseball, but I'm not doing as well as Eric is. Max Cornelius, I played great 12-inning game with the 1990 Reds on Action PC Baseball. Ooh, who pitched there, and what was the score, and who'd they play? Clinton Parks, something about Bucky bleeping Dent. Yes. Eric from Higher Ground Gaming. Yes, definitely revenge. I put the revenge part in. Clinton Parks, real life sheriff, ended up being a writer for the New York Daily News. Oh, really? You're talking about Bat Masterson. Interesting. I did not know that. Clinton Parks. I also have the 78 Red Sox in National Pastime 3 Baseball. That's fun. Eric plays that too. Clinton, do you do any streaming? If anyone who jumps in the chat and you do streaming or you have a YouTube channel that you put stuff on, please tell me. I'd love to check it out and share. So, all right, we're going to call this a stream. I'll be back in about 5 minutes if you'd like to join me again. No, Clinton says no. Eric says good game. Thank you very much. So, once again, thank you to everyone in the chat. Remember to check out Higher Ground Gaming with Eric, Mr. Brody, and Miss Mags, and check out Chris from Stratomatic, Delaware. Great retro sports channel. Before I leave, Max Cornelius gives us his great 1990 Reds game. He says, Tom Browning for the Reds, opening day 1990 season versus the Astros. The Reds won in 12 innings, 5-2, playing as the Reds. And the last word goes to Eric from Higher Ground Gaming. It says, National Pastime 3 rocks. All right, gentlemen, I will be back shortly. If you're around, join me. We'll talk some more baseball and what projects you're doing. I don't know what I'm going to come back with. It could be another Mark Fidrych game, or it could be something else. All right. Health, happiness. God bless. Till next time. Bye-bye.